Hello, my name is Scott Cutler, and I'm a planner with the City of Wheat Ridge Community Development Department. I'm presenting case numbers WZ-19-05 and WA-19-05, which is approval of a specific development plan and variance. I'd like to enter into the public record the contents of the case file, the zoning regulations, and this digital presentation. The properties within the City of Wheat Ridge. All appropriate notification and posting requirements have been met, and therefore the Planning Commission has jurisdiction to hear this case. This is a 2018 aerial view of the property. The property is outlined in red. It's about half an acre, and it's currently vacant. It's located on the south side of West 52nd Avenue between Vivian Street and Union Street. And just across 52nd Avenue to the north is unincorporated Jefferson County. The surrounding area is a mix of uses, but mostly light industrial on the south side. Commuter rail is a quarter-mile walking distance away to the south. There are nearby multifamily developments which are currently under construction. The city will also improve 52nd Avenue in 2020 with curb, gutter, sidewalks, and a center turn lane. This is a zoning map of the site. The site is zoned Planned Commercial Development, or PCD. The Wheat Ridge Industrial Center Planned Industrial Development, PID, is located to the southwest of the site. There is IE Industrial Employment Zoning to the east, and TOD zoning to the south, which facilitates dense, mixed-use development adjacent to the commuter rail station. The applicant is proposing an office warehouse building with a total of 8,050 gross square feet with a 7,000 square foot footprint. They intend to fully occupy the space with their company, S&S Plumbing. The site plan on the next slide will show some of the features listed here, which include a parking lot, water detention pond, a landscaped buffer area, and 2 points of access. The SDP document consists of 7 pages. This landscape plan, which is page 3 of the SDP in the staff report, is zoomed in for your reference and is the most illustrative in terms of how the site will function. The staff report goes into greater detail about the site plan and landscape plan, but I'll describe some of the main features. The building is located along 52nd Avenue with a parking lot surrounding on the east and south sides. The building is just behind the future sidewalk on 52nd Avenue, which complies with the city's Build To requirement for this area. A water detention pond is located on the east side of the property and will collect and drain into the storm system in 52nd Avenue. It will be filled with natural grasses and a decorative retaining wall. The loading doors on the west side of the building are accessed through a shared drive that has an access easement. This access easement also allows fire department access to this site and the industrial center to the west. Landscaping will be located primarily along the eastern and western sides of the property. The main entrance of the building is located on the east side of the building with an accessible sidewalk connecting to the street. These are some of the elevations for the building. The other elevations are included as an exhibit in the staff report. The north elevation faces 52nd Avenue and includes ground floor windows, manufactured stone columns with downlighting, and a pitched roof with an overhang. You can also see the overhang over the main entrance on the left side of this elevation. These elevations comply with the Architectural and Site Design Manual, or ASDM, for light industrial and heavy commercial buildings. Elevations which face or can be viewed from public streets are required to be enhanced with primary materials such as stone, which is provided here, and must provide transparency, which is why windows are located along the first floor. The rear elevation, not shown, is not visible from any public space and is primarily metal paneling. To give some history on the variance request, the applicant originally got the ODP, Outline Development Plan zoning, for this site approved in 2003, but now that they are ready to develop the building, they have more employees and more need for office space. The ODP had an atypical requirement with a maximum percentage of 20% office space for office warehouse uses. Usually the opposite is true, where there is a minimum of 25% office and higher, particularly in commercial developments. The applicant has requested the variance to have more of a 50-50 ratio of office to warehouse, so that their employees can have office space and a break room. Parking requirements, which are higher for office than for warehouse, can still be met, and this site actually provides more parking than is required by code. Granting this variance will allow the applicant to operate their business fully in this location and house all of their employees on site. This is not a use variance. The proposed use is already permitted by the ODP. As I said before, City Council approved the rezoning of this property to planned commercial development in 2003 with approval of an outline development plan. This SDP being reviewed is based on the standards approved under the ODP. Since Wheat Ridge is not a full-service city, we sent the application on referral to outside agencies, fire, water, and sanitation districts, Excel, and also completed an internal review. Engineering and planning have found that all documents can be approvable. Outside agencies have no remaining comments, and the applicant is responsible for coordinating utility service at time of building permit. Before the hearing, the property was posted for 15 days, and letters were sent to property owners within a 300-foot radius, including in unincorporated Jefferson County. Comments collected on the Wheat Ridge Speaks will be reviewed by the planning commissioners and entered into the public record. Ultimately, staff has concluded that the variance request meets the variance criteria. It will allow the development of the site as requested by the SDP to proceed and will not have a substantial impact on the surrounding area. Therefore, staff is recommending approval of the variance, case number WA-19-05. And staff has concluded that the request for the SDP is in compliance with the approved ODP, is consistent with the purposes of a planned development, and all agencies can serve the property. It will allow the development of the site as presented this evening. The development also meets all of the current standards of the Architectural and Site Design Manual. For those reasons, staff recommends approval of the request. Recommended conditions of approval are provided in the staff report. 2 motions will be required, first for the variance and then for the SDP, because they are 2 separate cases with different recommendations. The SDP approval is dependent on approval of the variance. The variance will require a supermajority of present planning commissioners to pass, and the SDP requires a simple majority. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.